try and get off early again tonight, if you like.
Oh, don't worry, I've got tons to do with Martin. Says he wants to make a card for a start and a cake.
What for?
Oh, to cheer your Auntie Nellie up when she comes back. Oh, she's been so upset.
You don't want to be bothered with all that.
Well, why not? It'll keep him quiet for an hour or 3.
10 minutes more, like. Hello? Oh, no, Shell. Well, of course we're not going out. We've got Martin, haven't we? I thought she was going to go over at her friend's. Oh, I see. I'll check with Ruth, hang on.
Oh, sure.
Michelle, she's going out tonight. Vicky's fallen out with her friend. Can we have her?
Wait, stay over?
Yeah. That's her, I'll tell her now.
Oh, hang on. Get Martin anyway. What difference does it make?
Well, you obviously haven't seen the pair of them together. They're a nightmare.
Don't be daft. They'll be good company for each other. Anyway, it'll keep them out of your hair.
Well, if you insist. Shell? Yeah, that's fine. We'd love to have her.
Hello, dear. Had a nice bath?
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Did you sleep all right?
Not a wink.
Oh, dear, I am sorry.
Well, it's not surprising, is it? It was such a comfort to have you keep me company last night, but I'm just worried sick about you and Arthur.
Don't you worry about that. We'll sort it all.
Well, I hope so, dear. The last thing I want is for you and him to fall out just because of me.
Arthur doesn't matter, Auntie Nellie. It's your day today.
Yes, I suppose you're right. You know, I was thinking when I was lying there last night, I was thinking, what a waste it all is.
How do you mean?
Getting born, getting married, dying. It's all so pointless.
It can't be. I mean, there must be a point. Otherwise, what would we all carry on for?
For your kids. That's what you do it for. For your kids.
Oh, yeah, that goes without saying.
Not for some of us. I'd have loved to have had children. We talked about it. But the truth is, George didn't want any. Anyway, that's all a long time ago. And you know something? I looked at you lying there last night and I thought, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I don't have someone of my own because I've got Pauline. And you're better than any daughter I could ever wish for. I hope you know that.
Poor old Nellie. I bet she's in a right old state this morning worrying about the funeral.
Don't you believe it? She'll be having a whale of a time.
Still, I bet it's a good old knees up afterwards.
How do you mean?
Well, from what I can gather, Mark, our old man went short of a bob or two.
Really?
I just hope he does the sensible thing and bungs a bit in her direction, do you know what I mean? Well, come on, she deserves it after all that she's been through.
Well. I never knew you took such an interest in sweet little old ladies.
Oh, that's very nice. I happen to be very fond of Auntie Nellie, and I'd like to see her comfortable in her old age.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, Mr. Fowler. We thought you were in bed. They're both having fully cooked, just tucking in. Shall I get you the same?
No, thanks. I'll skip breakfast if you don't mind.
Oh, say no more. I'd feel the same if I was you. Bit of a handful. The old girl, am I right?
Oh, you could say that.
Oh, don't worry. I know the problem. My mother-in-law's just the same.
She's no mother-in-law of mine, thank God.
Oh.
Arthur? Arthur?
Oh, I don't know.
You going to come in and have some breakfast?
No, I don't think so. I've got a car to see to remember.
There's plenty of time for that. You've got to have something to eat.
Pauline, your breakfast's getting cold.
No, I don't think I'll bother. You could come with me if you like. You know, if you want to see the sea in there.
Pauline?
I can't leave her on her own, can I?
Well, please yourself, then.
Any more coffee, ladies?
Oh, no, Tom.
No, thank you.
Well, here we are, all dressed up and nowhere to go. Don't let him get to you. That's what they do to you, make you feel guilty. It's their stock in trade.
It's cracked right through, that radiator is. See what I mean? Yeah. Won't be surprised. Clock's been back a couple of times. Yeah, it's been tied up. sold on to some stupid geezer who doesn't know any better. No offence, mate. Someone sold you a right bum deal.
Don't worry, it's not mine. I only borrowed it for a couple of days.
Well, there you go. Can't trust anyone these days, can you?
You can say that again.
Still, I can patch it up for you. Put in a new radiator, sort out the immediate damage.
What, you mean like now, straight away?
You've got to be joking, mate. The best I could do for you is tomorrow.
What?
And that's working round the clock.
God, blimey.
Only, listen, I'm warning you, it's going to cost you a bit.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Still, why worry, eh? It's your mate's funeral, isn't it?
I don't think we should be doing this.
Don't be silly. I've a right to know where my husband's been living all these years. Mind you, I don't think this can be it. It's much too posh.
Well, Seaview Road, that's what it said.
Look for the one with the peeling paint and the door off its hinges. That'll be George and Doreen's.
Look, Nellie, it's here. Mon Repose, Mr. and Mrs. G.E. Ellis.
I can't believe it. George and Doreen living there?
Looks ever so nice, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I'd give me eye teeth to know how they managed it.
Oh, Nellie, mind.
Oh, my God, she'll be coming to the door in a minute. Well, that's not her anyway. Doreen Birtle's not a day under 70.
Auntie Nellie.
Must be the cleaner or something.
Morning.
Nellie, I can't believe they got a place like that. Not the way Doreen liked spending.
Yeah, that's right, 12:30. Going to St Augustine's Church. Yeah, thanks very much. Cheers.
Oh, there you are, Arthur. Did you get the car all right?
No, I didn't. I'm going to kill that David Wicks when I get back.
Yes, all right,
In fact,
Arthur.
I'm not just going to kill him. I'm going to torture him very slowly.
Oh, shut up, Arthur. We've got a funeral to go to.
She doesn't mean it. She's upset.
I don't care. I just don't care.
But at least you've got a nice day for it.
Thanks, Simon. What are you like? You got enough there to feed half of Albert Square.
This one's ours and this one's for the kids.
Hey?
I thought I'd give them a wee tea party. Seeing Vicky's coming round.
You're a glutton for punishment, you know that.
No, really. I'll probably have a better time than they will. Just a big kid part.
Yeah, do you want to nip in a bit before you go home? Time for a quick one.
No, I can't. I've got ice cream melting in here.
Oh, lovely.
It's not for you, it's for Martin and Vicky.
Oh, right.
Oh, don't worry. Come here. Look, just got a bit askew, that's all. They are.
Do I look all right?
You look lovely. Come on.
It's another fiver down the drain.
What's that supposed to mean? That we were supposed to walk to the church?
No, of course not. But this holiday's turning into a nightmare. I mean, do you realise how much it's costing us?
That's her, I'm sure of it. I know that mean little mouth anywhere. Poor old soul, she's obviously on her last legs.
Well, do you want to go and talk to her?
No fear. Wouldn't be seen dead talking to Doreen Birtle. I might have a word with the vicar, though. It's only right he knows I'm here. There's that woman again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're doing the right thing, you know, nipping it in the bud.
Yeah, he was really upset. Oh, well, I'm sure he's got over it by now.
Yeah?
Well, you're not the like at that age. We've got a crush on someone else.
Well, it doesn't sound like it, not from what you were saying yesterday.
Yeah, well, I don't see why I should have to stop going swimming just because some silly little kid's got a problem.
There have been many tears shed for George during the last few days, and there will be many more to come. Not least from his wife, Doreen, who has supported him so lovingly throughout their married life and through his last distressing illness. And, of course, his beloved daughter, Louise. Our hearts and our prayers go out to them both. We will now sing hymn number 379, Now Thank We All Our God.
you done that batter yet?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Because I haven't had time, Ian.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I've got the lunchtime rush coming in.
Well, they just have to wait, won't they? Look, if you're not satisfied, you know what you can do.
Yeah, all right, I'll go do it myself, eh?
Listen, I mean, it's up to you, but I think if you go back to that pool, you're asking for trouble.
All right, I know. No harm in thinking about it, though, is there?
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Oh, do you want to have a word with the vicar?
No, thank you, dear. I think I'd rather get back to the hotel.
Okay, come on then.
Nellie? Nellie, is it you?
Hello, Doreen.
Oh, Nellie.
Hiya. Hi. I bought Vicky's stuff. All right. You sure you don't mind? Of course not. It's going to be great. We're going to have a wee tea party. All right, I'll dump this in Martin's room, shall I? Just dump it down there. I'll sort it out later. Thanks. Listen, Michelle. You don't know anything about the plumbing in this place, do you?
What do you mean?
Well, it's this sink. It seems to be blocked.
Oh, it's always doing that. There's a plunger under there. Just give it a go with that.
All right.
See you later.
See you later.
Well, you know, he loved his food. And there's Louise.
Glass of sherry, Mrs. Fowler?
Oh, thank you.
What are we doing here?
We're sitting tight and looking happy, all right?
Oh, anything to please Nellie, yeah.
My goodness, he'd put on some weight. I'd hardly recognise him.
Well, you know, George, he was always a sight too fond of his stomach.
Don't remind me. The times I've cooked that man plaice and chips. Oh, and toad in the hole, that was his favourite.
Oh, really? He always told me he couldn't stand the sight of it.
Depends how it's done. He couldn't abide it soggy. And the gravy had to be just right.
Oh, yes, he was always very particular about his gravy. He used to drive me mad. I remember him complaining one time, and I said to him, George, I said, if you don't like my cooking, you know what you could do, don't you?
What was that?
Make your own damn meals, that's what I said. Because otherwise you're just going to starve to death.
Oh, dear. I bet he had a good old sulk about that.
You must be joking. He made the supper every night for a week after that, didn't he, Louise?
What?
That time your dad made all the meals and got everything burned. Burnt porridge for breakfast, burnt sausages for dinner. We laughed till we cried, didn't we?
Did we?
Oh, come on, what's the matter with you? Of course we did. Oh, I'm sorry, Nellie, you haven't met my daughter, have you?
No.
This is Louise. Everyone says she's the spit of her father. Oh, Charlie, you haven't got a drink, have you? Oh, excuse me.
Do you think Nellie's all right?
Pauline, Nellie could cope with Hitler in the last bunker. She's got a skin like a rhinoceros. When are you going to learn that?
I don't know how you've got the nerve to come here.
I beg your pardon?
Barging in here, embarrassing everyone.
Your mother invited me, if you don't mind.
Only off the top of her head. She never thought you'd come for a minute. That's what she's like, you see. Acts first, thinks later.
You don't have to tell me. I know her of old.
No, you don't. You don't know anything about her. Or my dad.
Becky, calm down, right? Okay? Right, stop it, listen. Ah! Stop it, listen. Tea first, right? And then cake making, okay? Yes!
Another one, will you? Come on. There. That's right. All right, Steve. What do you want? You want one of those, do you? Yeah. Is everybody okay?
I think I must have some
Right.
red spice.
Oh,
You
you
make that
must.
yourself.
Yes, I did, actually.
I hate this stuff, don't you?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Tell you what, I've got a few beers in the kitchen. Do you fancy one?
Now you're talking.
Right, hang on.
Stanley Bridge! I thought you'd never get here.
So what else do we need?
Sugar.
Sugar, yep, we get the sugar. Anything else?
March.
Yep, we get the march. Martin, come on, get your apron on.
How's it doing?
We're doing fine, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's the worst joke I ever heard.
Well, don't blame me. That's one of George's, that was.
Oh, I might have known. I mean, talk about filthy minds. I never knew anyone like him.
Dory.
Hello. Excuse me, I'll be back in a minute.
Wonderful woman, isn't she?
Yes.
I don't know how she's got through this last week. But then that's typical of Doreen. She never gives in.
No. No, she doesn't.
When you think what she's been through.
Do you know, I never really believed she existed.
What?
Well, I mean, I did. Kind of, in theory. I mean, I knew my dad had been married before. I never took on board she was actually real, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so.
And now look at them. They haven't spoken for more than 30 years, and here they are in the same room pretending they're having a wonderful time. Pathetic, isn't it?
I remember when they first came here. Now, let's see, how long ago would that be?
35 years.
Good grief, is that right? God, seems like yesterday. Anyway, they was in a right mess. No job, nowhere to live, baby on the way. Didn't have 2 halfpennies to rub together. Poor old George was in a terrible state. But did Doreen give in? Did she, hell? She was out there working morning, noon and night. Shop work, cleaning, barmaid. Turn her hand to anything Doreen could. Still, you'll know all this yourself, I dare say. I take it you're an old friend of the family.
Oh, yes. Something like that.
You know, I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before.
No, I don't think so.
Well, hang on, it'll come back to me. It's Nellie, isn't it? Nellie? Good God, I wouldn't have known you in a million years.
Neither would I, Stan.
I don't want to worry you, but things have gone very quiet next door. You sure they're all right?
Of course, thank you. Promise done cake mixture till it's coming out their ears.
I suppose you know what you're doing.
Of course I do. I'm a registered childminder, remember?
So you're Arthur Fowler, old Lou's son-in-law.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you mean to tell me you've got Nellie living in your house?
Yep, that's right.
Rather you than me, mate. Still, that's how it goes. Some of us end up losing our legs. Some of us are lumbered looking after old bags like her over there. I don't mind telling you which I'd rather be without. I don't know how you stand it. Terrible old bag she was. Hey, still is by the look of her.
I wouldn't go that far.
You go as far as you like, mate. You won't tell me anything I don't know already. She led him a dog's life, I don't mind telling you. I should know. I was George's best friend. Best man at his wedding and all. I remember his stag night. I remember saying to him, "It's not too late, George. Why don't you get out now while you've still got time?" He pulls this long face and he says, "No chance, Stan. I can't get out now. I'm well and truly stuck with her." Poor old George. Poor old sod. Still, he struck lucky in the end, didn't he? I mean, I'm telling you, if he hadn't have met Doreen, he'd have keeled over and died long ago. Well, he'd have had to, just to get away from Nellie.
Nellie?
Oh, Nellie, you're not going, are you?
I think we'd best be on our way.
But we've hardly had a chance to talk yet. Nellie.
I'm sorry, Doreen. I should never have come here.
Hang on, you can't go away just like that empty-handed.
Let her go, Mum.
No, I can't. Nellie, I put something by for you. Ah, here we are. It's his wedding ring, the one you gave him. I was clearing out this drawer of his, you know, old socks and stuffed ties he never wore. And there it was. I never knew he'd kept it. Still, he did. And I know he would have wanted you to have it.
Oh, my God.
Watch this.
Well, now you know.
About what?
What it was really like. George and me. He hated me. He couldn't wait to get away from me.
That's not true.
Of course it is. You saw what she was like, Doreen. I could never be like that in a million years. And that place of theirs, it's lovely, isn't it?
Was all right.
No, Pauline. It's lovely. Full of this and that. Photos and things, bits and pieces they collected over the years, like your place.
It's just a mess, our house. Never got round to tidy it all.
Doesn't need tidying. It's a home.
Home full of junk?
Yes. I never had that with George. I thought... oh, I was so proud when we got married. I thought, I'm going to give him the best. Best house, best meals, best everything.
Yeah, I remember that. You think that when you first get married. You think you can do it better than anyone ever before.
Yes.
Soon wears off, though. First time they come home, moaning and groaning and telling you they're too tired to do a bit of washing up.
First time they come home No, not telling you. Just sitting in the corner, puffing at their pipes, telling you they'll be up to bed in a minute. It's funny, you know. I've hated Doreen all these years. I hated her today. Well, tried to anyway. Especially finding out about that daughter of theirs and seeing what a beautiful house they had. But I can't hate her anymore. I liked her. That's the trouble. I really liked her.
Doreen?
I can see exactly what George saw in her. Makes you sick, doesn't it?
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Well, you had a nice day for it. That's a blessing.
I remember buying this for George. 9 and 11 in Woolies it cost me. Took me ages to save up for it.
I didn't realise that men wore wedding rings in those days.
No, they didn't much. I just wanted to give him something really special.
Well, it must have meant a lot to him to keep it after all these years.
Oh, yes, he was very proud of it. Only what did she say? Found it in the bottom of his sock drawer after 30 years. Can't have been much of a cleaner, can she? He was a good man, George. I wish I'd had the sense to hang on to him. I wish that... Oh, what's the good? You can't go back, can you? Now, why don't you go and find that husband of yours? Get him to take you out for the night before it's too late.
Tell me, you got them settled at last?
I should hope so. I mean, I told them about 18 stories. I left them with a tape on. Oh, I'm knackered.
We'll get us a couple of beers. I'll be with you in a minute.
OK.
Oh, and what did you say after that? I nip up the road and I'll get us some fish and chips.
Brilliant.
Yeah? I'll just get this cleaned up first.
Luke! Martin says he feels sick.
Do you remember that cafe we used to go to?
Oh, yeah. We had fish and chips, and we talked it all out.
Not till 10:30 at least. Everything closed at 10:30 in those days.
Yeah, it did.
Arthur.
What?
I'm sorry about everything.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I'm sorry that everything turned out so boring.
I'm not bored. Are you?
No?
Well then.
You know when we were here before? Well, before the children. Before everything, really. I remember thinking, I've never been so happy in my whole life.
No, not me.
What happened?
Nothing boring. Nothing at all. I mean it.
I believe you.
Next on Drama, we're back in Albert Square with more classic Eastenders.